Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Great Bend Batcat Baseball here on the YouTube home for Great Bend Batcats and also audio streaming at adasterradio.com. Well, a big night on hand tonight. It is Wheatland Electric Night. 200 free hamburgers and hot dogs as you come into the facility tonight. Dollar beer throughout the night. And a great ball game tonight on tap. It's the Great Bend Batcats taking on the Junction City Brigade. Scott Hogan with you on a very warm evening here in Great Bend. And for the first time this season, we're going to have a wind blowing out to left field. We haven't had it the entire home season. We will have it tonight at about 10 miles per hour, still just above 90 as the Batcats come in off of that nice win last night over the Derby Twins, 7-1. Tyler Clements, when a strong 7, gave up just 1 run on 3 hits with eight strikeouts last night. We'll see Tyler tonight as the DH. That's some mid and late inning hits, including a Deacon Pomeroy 2-run homer. And the Batcats improved to 5-3 overall, 5-1 in a Jayhawk play. The Brigade come in 4 up and 4 down. All 8 of their games have been Jayhawk League games, so they are 4-4. And this will be the first matchup between these two teams this season. We've got a huge crowd on hand. This is going to be a fun evening. Should be a great ball game. We'll see if we can check in on the Brigade's last contest. And give me just a moment. They last played on a Sunday, an 11-5 victory at home over the Kansas Cannons. And they fell the night before 12-11 to the Cannons, then won 11-5 on a Sunday night. So this is a good team, their first year in the league for the Brigade. So let's go ahead and while they are introducing the starting lineups, let's go ahead. We caught up, as we always do, with head coach Roger Ward, get his thoughts on last night and tonight's game against the Brigade. Well, we welcome into our Batcat pregame chat with head coach Roger Ward. Coach, a nice victory last night. Got a great start from Tyler Clements on the mound. He's going to actually be in the batting lineup tonight as DH, but you had to be happy winning a pitcher's duel and getting those runs in the middle and late innings.
Yeah, Tyler did exactly what we thought he would do and what we needed him to do. And that's what he does. He just attacks the mound. He has good tempo. They're either going to hit it or they're not, but he's definitely going to challenge them. And he had a lot of swing and misses last night, so his stuff was pretty good. Ball was flying out of his hand. And you know, we were a little sluggish with the bats there for a little bit too, but that 2-run home run by Pomeroy kind of got us going, and we're hoping to see more of the same tonight.
Eli Lang gets the start tonight. He's thrown 7 innings, just given up 1 run. Quite a pitcher's duel looking up. There's John Cluse has thrown 14 scoreless innings for the Brigade. He's starting tonight. So do you look for – I know every game's a little different. This could turn into a game kind of like last night.
Yeah, well, you know, it's dollar beer night, so if we get people out of here early, that'd be good. But it should be a good pitching matchup, and we're just going to have to put the ball in play a little more regularly and put pressure on people, and that's basically what it comes down to. If you throw strikes and make routine plays, you're going to come out on top.
Yeah, it looks like maybe one of your best hitting lineups you're putting out there tonight. TJ's back in the lineup. Logan Rinkin out in right field. So, again, kind of those few day-to-day changes we've seen, but it looks like a pretty good lineup out there as far as hitting the ball.
Yeah, I think so. And again, it's a little bit different lineup. Rankin needs to start getting some at-bats a little more consistently. And Andrew Yee has a tweaked hamstring. He's going to be out for a little bit, so we moved some things around to get him healthy. But all the lineups we feel good about when we write them down. And tonight, you know, I feel pretty good about this one too. I think we should put up some runs.
Okay, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Have a good call.
Yes, head coach Roger Ward getting the Batcats ready for tonight's game against the Brigade. They are getting the public address announcement of the starting lineups. We're going to hold off. We know the national anthem is coming, so we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back with your starting lineups and your first pitch as you're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Welcome back to our Batcat pregame show. Scott Hogan with you tonight here at Al Burns Memorial Field in Great Bend. So let's look at your Victory Barber Shop starting lineups for the 4-4 Junction City Brigade. It's your left fielder, Gannon White, to lead off. Kyler Horseman, a former Batcat, will bat second. He's in right field. Peyton Furgens, the shortstop, bats third. Sawyer Tolk is in the cleanup spot. He is the Brigade's second baseman. Gabe Yonto, the DH, bats fifth. Behind the plate for Junction City and batting sixth is Eli Kellogg. Eric Bradisich, the third baseman, will bat seventh. Batting eighth, Braden Harpole. He's the first baseman. And rounding out the batting lineup and playing center field for Junction City is Ian Luce. On the hill tonight, we mentioned in our pregame, is Eli Lang. Throughout the summer so far, he has thrown 7 innings, given up just 1 run. On 7 hits, he has struck out 7 while walking just 2 so far here on the summer. He is a Barton Cougar in the springtime. He is from Mineola, Kansas. And the lefty looks like a good pitching matchup. We're going to look at some impressive numbers for John Cluse. Once the Brigade get into the field and the home half of the first. Again, 90 degrees, wind blowing out to left center field. See the Batcats going with the powder blues. These may be my favorite jerseys. Dark navy numerals, white pants. The Brigade, orange jerseys, gray pants, black numerals. Much easier to distinguish the uniforms. Last night they were pretty similar. This is a game my wife would like. She loves drastically different uniforms for the teams. And we are ready for the Brigade's Gannon White. Lefty-lefty matchup to get things started. Shows a bunt, and it goes right into the backstop for strike 1. 7:02, first pitch on the summer. 11 of 25 for Gannon White. 10 singles, a double. He's driven in 4. He has really set the table nicely in the leadoff spot. Fastball stays up. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're out and about, come on out. Free hamburgers and hot dogs, dollar beer night. As you could imagine, and we got a huge crowd as the fastball outside. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Also some free giveaways throughout the evening. Wheatland Electric, huge thank you to them. They are the corporate sponsor for tonight's contest. And that one, I'm going to have to go with low. 3-1 the count. It's a pretty good 2-1 pitch. And a little fastball. Squibber is going to get past the diving Kyle Walker. Ran out off the end of the bat. White got just enough of it to get the leadoff single. And again, it'll bring up 2024 bat cat, Kyler Horseman. And 30 at-bats. He's got 8 hits, including a double, and he's driven in 5 and a couple of home runs. And he will take a fastball, strike 1. Horseman still at Barton County from Manhattan. There's the connection with the Brigade. And this pitch is taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So very familiar with this park. White at first, decent lead. And another pitch outside. So 2 straight batters that Eli Lang has fallen behind. And start the ball game. Fastball caught the inside corner. It's 2-2. Virgins will bat next for Junction City. Runner moving. 2-2 pitch. 1 hop throw to second, not in time. And the count is full. They'll say that one was inside. So the Brigade leadoff man into scoring position to start the game. Lang ready with the payoff, and he'll walk Horseman. A single and a walk for the Brigade. They're in business here in the top of the first. It is Peyton Virgins to the plate. He is 13 for 34. He's had a ton of at-bats. 3 doubles. He's homered once, and he's driven in 9. First pitch fouled back and into the parking lot. All those brought to you by Jimlo Glass. And your catcher, Elias Leon, tonight. Get you around the rest of the field. Well, you could really use a ground ball right at a fielder at this point. And a fastball called strike 2. So 0-2. You got Kyle Walker at third. TJ Shaw back in the lineup. He's at short. Tony Moore slides over to second. He played third last night. And Deacon Pomeroy back at first base. Two-strike pitch. This one shot over the third base dugout. And your outfield, Caleb Cowan in left. Peanut Brazel in center. Logan Rinkin playing a right field tonight. Another 2-strike pitch. Runners moving, and that is shot foul of third. Interesting time. Had both runners moving on a 0-2 pitch. Nobody down, first and second for the Brigade. Top of the first inning. Another 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. You see Lang really change speeds there. Virgin's able to stay on that back foot, foul it off. Sawyer Tolk will bat next. Boy, and how many 0-2 pitches? That was at least the fourth 0-2 pitch we've had. And Virgins continues to foul him off. Gannon White, he singled. He's at second. Kyler Horseman at first. He drew the base on balls. And another foul ball. Count stays 0-2. And this is certainly going to work into your pitch count. Think about bullpen usage, third game in 3 days. Just used 2 last night. Again, the runner's moving, swing and a miss, throw to third, tag. Oh, Walker dropped the ball. I think they had him, and it came out of the glove. Thought you had to strike him out, throw him out. But instead, you get a successful double steal. So 1 down. What a battle that was. Now it's Sawyer Tolk. He is the second baseman so far, 5 of 17. He's homered once, driven in a couple. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. This is where you could use a strikeout or a little pop-up, something to that equation after the successful double steal. He got 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 away. One strike pitch, stays outside. I tell you, a long way down the line that time was Gannon White. And at third base, if you're Kyle Walker, you're noticing that. And I think Leone is out to the mound to tell Eli Lang exactly that. Well, the count's 1 ball, 1 strike on Sawyer Tolk. Gabe Yonto, the DH, is due up next. Mostly sunny skies. They claim the temperature is now 88. It doesn't feel 88. One off speed pitch on the inside corner for strike 2. Our umpires tonight, Jeremy Nelson and Ben Brown. Boy, wearing the black tonight. We'll have to pick the different color. I'm going with the light blues tonight. Soak up a little bit less of the sun. And gets him looking. Great pitch there from Eli Lang to get back-to-back strikeouts. Now there are 2 away and a chance to potentially get out of the inning. It's Gabe Yonto, the DH. Yonto, 30 official at-bats, has 7 hits. He's doubled and tripled. He's driven in 8. First pitch stays upstairs, ball 1. White single, then a Horseman walk. Virgins and Tolk both down on strikes. That's got us here at second and third, 2 down. 1-0, little pop-up, and the wind will hold this up. TJ Shaw's got it. And somehow Eli Lang able to get out of the inning. with no damage done and no runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. So we'll be scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first. The Batcats coming up. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Bottom half of the first inning, no score. Your batting lineup brought to you by the Victory Barbershop or the Batcats. Peanut Brazel, the center fielder, will lead off. Kyle Walker will bat second, playing third base. Deacon Pomeroy, the first baseman, bats third. Batting cleanup is the catcher, Elias Leone. TJ Shaw will play short and bat fifth. Batting sixth is Tony Moore. He's at second base. Tyler Clements, the DH, bats seventh. Caleb Cowan in left field is batting eighth, and batting ninth is the right fielder, Logan Rinkin. And what a tall order they have tonight. John Cluse, the lefty, on the mound. He's pitched 14 scoreless innings so far this summer. Has given up only 5 hits. He has struck out 7 and walked 4. So can the Batcats dent the scoreboard against Cluse tonight? So far, nobody's been able to. Cluse is the lefty out of Southeast Missouri. That's his current school. He's from Loveland, Colorado. So let's get some of your Batcat batting numbers up as Peanut Brazel will lead things off. He is 11 for 23, has 7 runs driven in with a couple of doubles. Last night against the Twins, Brazel 2 for 4, a couple of singles and a run driven in. And there is a kind of that backdoor slider right on the outside corner. Strike 1. Fastball outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll look around at your defensive alignment for the Brigade. As Cluse using just the stretch. You see quite a few pitchers these days. Sharp grounder into left field. Brazel waited back on the slider, and just like the Brigade, the Batcats get a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Kyle Walker. Walker, 4 hits and 14 official at-bats. He's got a triple. He's driven in 7. He's drawn, I believe, a team-high 8 walks. He's been very patient at the plate this summer. Brazel, a decent lead. Again, got to be careful. Walker started to show bunt, takes inside, ball 1. Walker's an interesting player. You see him swing a lot early in the counts, but yet he leads the team in walks. So it's an interesting approach he has had, and he had a great spring season with the Cougars. And he hits one high in the air to left. White settles under it for out number 1. We'll bring up Deacon Pomeroy. And 19 official at-bats. He's 5 for 19, a double homered last night, and he's driven in 7. That was a 2-run homer that broke up a really good pitcher's duel last night. That came in the 4th innings, right after Elias Leon had a 2-out double. Pomeroy homered to right, and Brazel got a great jump, and he's in the second pretty easily. That was stolen off the pitcher, and Pina Brazel into scoring position. And Pomeroy has a 1-0 count. Pomeroy going to be at Oklahoma State this fall. There's that backdoor slider for strike one. It's 1-1. Elias Leon, the catcher, will follow. No score. Bottom half of the first. Got Brazel out at second with 1 away. And now Pomeroy will take a fastball for strike 2. He's down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Kellogg is behind the plate, receiving these pitches from John Cluse. And then went change up in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bradisich at third, Virgins at short, Tolk at second, Harpole at first. That is your Brigade infield. And then they throw out the second. It was a weird, he almost made a motion to home. Did John Cluse. Got dangerously close to a balk, but able to spin around and ended up throwing out to the second baseman. Now the 2-2. Grounded fair at third. Pomeroy on his way to second with the RBI double. 1-0 Bat Cats. It just dies in that outfield grass. So we got a couple of sponsors will get mentioned here. I'll get my scorebook caught up. For the run scored, that is Coldwell Banker. And for the extra base hit, that'll be Office Products Incorporated. So I always find out something new every game. Elias Leon, a switch hitter. We have seen him only bat lefty. Now he'll bat righty. And he'll take a breaking pitch high, ball 1. Leon in 18 at-bats. Has 5 hits, 3 doubles, and a home run. He's driven in 5. He had a double last night. Got on there for right before the Pomeroy home run in the 4th. Also had an RBI single, scored a pair of runs. And now you have our home plate umpire with his scorecard out. Now you're 1-0. Bounces in the dirt. Pomeroy going to try to take third, and he's in there. So Pomeroy would advance on probably what would be, I don't know if you call that a wild pitch or just a stolen base. Now a 2-0 count on Leon. He'll be looking, again, with the wind blowing out to left, he'll be looking for something to pull to try to make this a 2-0 game. Ooh, and there was that action down and away. Leon swung right over top of it, and it's 2-1. That was a nasty pitch from Cluse. That is brutally hard to hit. And then a fastball swing and a miss. That was the pitch Leon was looking for. Now it's 2-2. And we got your outfield for the Brigade. White in left, Loose in center, and Kyler Horseman is in right. Oh, and a swing and a miss. Boy, you're just hoping to get one in play. Try to get the runner home, but Klus had other ideas. Ring up his first strikeout. And out number 2 here in the bottom half of the first. Bring up TJ Shaw Jr. 17 at bats. He's got 8 hits, a double. He's driven in 4. Trying to pull that fastball up was Kellogg. It's low ball 1. Now the 1-0 is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. So the backhands have done in the first inning what Klus had not allowed in his first 14 this summer is give up a run. And breaking pitch ended up inside, 3-0 to Shaw. Tony Moore will be due up next for the Backcats. And see if Shaw, I don't know, he might turn him loose here on 3-0. And he takes a high strike. It's 3-1. That's well outside ball 4. We'll put runners at the corners. That's Great Bend Recreation Commission for the base on balls. There is already a righty throwing for the Brigade, which is very interesting. Here in the first inning is now Tony Moore will be your batter. He's at second base tonight. He is 4 for 15 on the summer. He's driven in a couple. He'll take low and away ball 1. It's 1-0 Backcats. Bottom of the first, runners at the corners, 2 down. And a Pomeroy RBI double, scoring Peanut Brazel in the inning. And Moore fouls one back, 1 ball, 1 strike. Shaw, pretty good speed. Curious if they will start him here. He's out to a good lead. Well, he took an extra step. He's got a great lead. There he goes. Got a great jump. And Moore fouled it back. And it's 1-2. I think Shaw would have reached second easily. He got a fantastic jump. But he'll have to go back to first as Moore definitely had to protect the plate. And Moore down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Klus shaking off a couple of pitches. See where he wants to go here. Oh, came right in on the hands. Moore able to get just a piece of it. Tony Moore reaches base. It would then be your DH tonight. Tyler Clements, after that great appearance on the mound last night, went 7 strong, gave up just 1 run on 3 hits. Shaw, again, a great lead. Got another good jump. And now down and away with no throw. Brigade did not seem all that concerned about Shaw getting the second. They're counting on Klus getting more here and keeping it 1-0. Boy, and look at Shaw's lead. He's halfway to third. And good defensive hitting there. Looked like he was coming back with that backdoor slider and more able to fight it off. So it stays 2-2. Pitch comes down and in, ball 3. So it's a full count. So the backhands working up Cluse's pitch count for sure here in the first. Here's your payoff to Tony Moore. Inside ball 4. That's going to load him up. Back-to-back walks. Great Bend Recreation Commission on that sponsorship. Boy, what a huge at-bat here early on for Clements. Clements so far has 6 official at-bats. He's in search of his first hit of the summer. And he'll take high ball 1. Clements does have an RBI, so he either drew a bases loaded walk or a hit by a pitch. And this one right off the handle and a pop up to the first baseman will end the inning. So the Batcats get on the board. 1 run on a pair of hits, but they'll leave them loaded. And we'll head to the second inning. 1-0 at Great Bend on top of Junction City. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Top of the second inning, 1-0 Great Bend. Coming up for Junction City, Eli Kellogg, Eric Bradisich, and Braden Harpole. So Eli Kellogg leads off. Pitch is outside for a ball 1. Kellogg in 16 at-bats has 3 hits, a double. He's driven in 3. Line shot is fair down the first baseline, and he's going to try for second. Throw in from Rankin, not in time. Again, that ball just dies in that outfield grass. Now each team has benefited with a double down the line. That's the second hit for the Brigade. It'll bring up Eric Bradisich, the third baseman. Bradisich, 3 of 8 on the season, and he has homered as 2 runs knocked in. And a breaking pitch fouled off for ball 1, or excuse me, for strike 1. Lang worked out of a lot of trouble in the first. See what he can do with the leadoff double here. 1-strike pitch, fly ball to left. Cowan has it. Runner not tagging. And that is out number 1. And it brings to the plate Braden Harpole, the first baseman. Harpole has driven in 7 runs. He's got a double and 5 for 22 on the summer. Another lefty, and another lefty in the on-deck circle. It's that fastball right on the outside corner for strike 1. There's one thing I noticed when I was in Enid doing the NJCAA Division II College World Series. I've never seen so many lefty-heavy lineups in a tournament. This pitch misses down and in. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. I would venture to say probably 60% of the batters in that tournament batted lefty. It was amazing how many lefties. It was at least half, if not 60%. Lang's 1-1 pitch and nice change of speeds. Harpole out in front for strike 2. It's 1-0 Batcats, top of the second. There's 1 down. Eli Kellogg at second, the leadoff double. Fastball away, paints the outside corner. That was right where Leone set up, and Lang delivered right to the mitt for his 3rd strikeout and 2nd out. The top of the second for Ian Luce. And I'm not finding him in the stats. This may be his first game. This pitch misses just outside. Double check it one more time. I do not see him, so we're going to go with his first at-bats of the summer. The 1-0, a little soft liner right back to Lang. And Eli Lang will work around the leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. It remains 1-0 Great Bend. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Got an Eagle radio call to the bullpen already for the Brigade. They're going to bring in the righty, Tyler Gagnon. So Klusko's 1 inning. He gave up 1 run on 2 hits. Struck out 1, walked 2. So let me get in and let's check out Tyler's summer numbers. He has thrown 2 innings, surprisingly enough, has a 1-1 record. That's interesting. No runs, no hits. And he has walked 4 and struck out 2. So Caleb Cowan will lead off for the Batcats. Cowan in 18 at-bats. Officially this summer is 5 for 18 as a double. And 3 runs driven in. There's a swing and a miss to start off this at-bat. Cowan last night ended up 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI ground out, but he's fallen behind here. 2 strikes. Fastball on the outside corner from Gagnon. Well, that one, a perfect pitch. Gagnon goes down looking, Cowan down looking on 3 straight from Gagnon. That'll bring up Logan Rinkin. Number 15, Logan Rinkin. Rinkin 0 for 4 so far on the summer. He'll take outside ball 1. Wasn't with the Batcats this weekend. He was playing in the 8-man all-star football game for the West squad. And now he'll be back to concentrating on baseball. The Cali Tiger to be as he's up in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Grounder, nicely done. Base hit into left field. Went the other way with the outside fastball. That'll be the 3rd hit for the Batcats. And we'll get Great Bend back to the top of the lineup. That'll be Peanut Brazel. He led off the game with a single, stole a base, and scored. At this point, the lone run of the game. And grounder in the hole, knocked down. Late throw, everybody safe. So we have a single, then an error. And the Batcats in business again here in the 2nd. It's the first error for Junction City. And now it is Kyle Walker. He flew out to left field back in the 1st. 2 other games on the docket tonight here in the Jayhawk. We'll get to those here. Let's see what Walker does with the first pitch. Takes it inside, and it popped away, and runners stay put. We have the Monarchs visiting the Hayesville Aviators tonight, and the Twins are at the Kingman Islanders, and we'll update scores on those games. 1-0 grounded. Foul of first. Harpole had it. Getting ready to run to the base when the foul ball came. And right now, the Twins up 3-2 on the Islanders in the bottom of the 3rd. That game is in Kingman. One to Kyle Walker. A slow breaking pitch fouled back for strike 2. And the Monarchs trail 2-0 at Hayesville. That is now in the top of the 4th. We are in the bottom of the 2nd. Currently 1-0 Batcats. 1 down, runners at 1st and 2nd. Two breaking pitch downstairs for ball 2. It's 2-2. Boy, that is such a change of pace there. Pretty good pop with the fastball here from Gagnon. And then he brings in that slow breaking pitch. Got to be about a 15-mile-an-hour change. And fastball down and in will run the count full. So if you're a riverboat gambler, you might think about starting the runners here. There is just one away. Which Junction City playing behind the runners. Payoff pitch to Walker. Ball 4 is going to load him. So a single, an error, and a walk after the first batter was retired via the strikeout. And the bases loaded on the first walk for Tyler Gagnon. And that's sponsored by Great Bend Recreation Commission. Now Deacon Pomeroy, he doubled down the third base / left field line to drive in Brazel in the first. Nice pulling the string there on the breaking pitch inside corner, strike 1. And the breaking pitch well outside, 1-1. Batcats left them loaded in the first after getting 1 run home. Got a couple of outs to work with to try to push across a couple more. Definitely good speed on all the bases. Oh, almost a wild pitch. Nice stab there by Kellogg. Now it's 2-1. And 3-1 in the dirt. So Pomeroy, a pitch to work with. So if it's not the perfect pitch, you can wait on another one. Elias Leon waits in the on-deck circle. He'll be back to hitting a lefty. 3-1 to Pomeroy. Outside ball 4. That'll get a run home to make it 2-0. We give Pomeroy his 8th RBI of the summer. Great Bend Recreation Commission, they didn't get much mention last night. Hardly any walks in the game between both staffs. Batcat pitching combined last night only walked 2.
For the catcher, number 16, Elias Leon.
Elias Leon struck out his first at-bat, and that was against Cluse batting right-handed. Now he'll bat lefty against the righty Gagnon. Oh, and just couldn't wait on that slow breaking pitch. You can see Leon really wants to lay into one. And again, fooled. That's the exact same pitch. And now you're really guessing. If you're Leon, do you come back here fastball or do you throw him 3 straight breaking pitches? Just got to protect the plate, trying to get it in play. That one in the dirt. Did come back with that same slow curve. Worst case scenario, if you're Leon, you want to hit a fly ball to the outfield. And they're showing they want a high fastball, and they got it by him. Swing and a miss. Now there's 2 down. Second strikeout for Tyler Gagnon. We'll bring up TJ Shaw with the bases loaded and 2 down. Shaw walked and stole a base in the first. That one fouled back for strike one. Two nothing. Fat Cats, bottom of the second. Bases loaded, 2 away. One strike pitch to Shaw. Outside and to the backstop. The runner comes home on a pass ball. 3-0 at Back Cats. That was Brazel coming home. Coldwell Banker sponsoring the run scored. And a 1-1 count on TJ Shaw. We're looking for a big base hit here is Shaw. And you got Pomeroy. Second, up and in. Shaw holds up. Takes ball 2. I think he was double checking with the home plate umpire. I got checked up. And home plate umpire says, yes, you did. And the 2-1 is low, ball 3. Tony Moore in the on-deck circle.
Your pitch, Niner. Here you go.
Gagnon ready. The 3-1 is fouled, backing out of play. It's a Jimlo glass for our foul balls. Now a full count on Shaw with 2 down and runners at second and third. Payoff pitches outside ball 4 to load him back up. So Great Bend Recreation Commission getting a lot of mentions. That's 4 walks in an inning and 2/3 so far for Brigade pitching. Actually, that's 5. That's 3 in the inning for Gagnon. Can you make him pay? If you're Tony Moore, he's the 8th batter of the inning. He drew a walk in the first. He'd settle for a nice, easy single here. This is popped up. And the wind's going to keep it in play. Catch is made by Harpole, the first baseman. And for the second straight inning, the Back Cats are going to leave them loaded. Pair of runs will score in the inning on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left. We're going to head on to the third at 3-0 Back Cats. You're watching Great Bend Back Cat Baseball. Top of the third inning, it's the top of the lineup for the Brigade 3-0 Back Cats. So So Gannon White had an opposite field single to lead off the game. Stole a couple of bases, got stranded at third. He takes low ball one. Now it's 2-0. Two of them down in the strike zone from Eli Lang. He's allowed a hit in each of the first 2 innings. Now has fallen behind White 3-0. One walk on the ledger that came in the first inning. Spots a good fastball for strike one. White, Kyler Horseman, Peyton Furgens. He will lose White. And that's 3 straight innings the Brigade have gotten the leadoff man aboard to start the game. I'll bring up Kyler Horseman, who drew a walk in the first inning. And you've got good speed at first base. A couple of stolen bases in the first inning for Gannon White. So a slide step, and again in the dirt. Ball one. Don't have the official pitch count here, but it has gotten elevated early in the game for Eli Lang, and now he's behind Horseman 2-0. And you live dangerously as a pitcher, falling behind batters. Got ahead in the second inning. That'll be a fastball in there for strike one. And White, not a big lead. Yeah, fastball is down. It's 3-1 to Kyler Horseman. So Lang struggling to find the strike zone here in the third. And this one is well hit the center. Brazel looks up. It's 3-2 as Kyler Horseman makes you pay for getting behind him in the count with a straightaway center home run. That gets the Brigade back within one. We'll check in and see. I think it's Horseman's third of the summer. Yes, that would be his third of the summer. And it brings up Peyton Furgens. And that's up and in, ball one. You knew it was bad when your center fielder turns and sprints towards the center field fence. You knew it was hit well. Maybe just a little bit of a tailwind. Now 2-0 to Furgens. Breaking pitch outside. And I think good trip to the mound here by head coach Roger Ward. Just try to calm down Eli Lang. He'd gotten out of trouble. And both the first and second innings. And again, got behind Horseman 3-1. Gave him a fastball over the middle of the plate. So following Furgens, Sawyer Tolk, Gabe Yonto. This is your 3, 4, and 5 hitters. And our next home game will be this Friday night. It'll be Empire Night. First 100 fans. I hope we're considered fans on Friday night. I'd sure like to get one of these brisket sliders on Friday night. And I'll be darned, it's dollar beer night again on Friday night. And free giveaways again. I want to get in on the brisket sliders on Friday night. Make sure. And then the Hutch Monarchs at 7. That should be a fantastic game. They're off to a 5-0 start. It's now back to action. Virgins gets a fastball and fouls it back. But I do believe the Monarchs, they were trailing a little while ago, but they have tied the game now at 2. Now the 2-1 delivery. Grounder towards second. Nice backhand by Tony Moore over to first for out number 1. Bringing to the plate, Sawyer Tolk, who struck out looking in the first inning. We'll check on the spot in which that Hutch game is that one well up, ball 1 to Tolk. It's a 2-2 tie. Hayesville batting in the bottom of the 4th. Nicely located pitch, swing and a miss from Tolk. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Twins lead 4-2 at the Islanders, bottom of the 4th. Fastball away, got Tolk to go after it for strike 2. Again, a huge thank you to Wheatland Electric Cooperative tonight, cooking all the burgers and hot dogs, being the corporate sponsor. It's the 1-2 in the dirt to Tolk. Three-two Batcats. Just in the bottom of the, top of the 3rd. And now it's a 3-2 count on Tolk. Another one in the dirt. One down. And Wang ready with the payoff pitch. Fouled back. And Gabe Yanto will bat next. Another 3-2 pitch fouled off. Tolk from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, currently at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Out of the Jayhawk. Another payoff pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. And Lang will pick up his 4th strikeout. And 2 down for Gabe Yanto, the DH. Yanto popped out too short to end the 1st inning. Where Lang left runners at 2nd and 3rd. This one skied into shallow right field. Rinkin calls for it, makes the catch to retire the side. The Brigade on the board, the 2-run homer from Kyler Horseman. They get those 2 runs on 1 hit. Nobody left. 3-2. Great Bend as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Bottom half of the third inning, a 3-2 Batcats. It's the bottom third of the lineup for the Batcats. Tyler Clements, Caleb Cowan, and Logan Rinkin. Clements popped out to the first baseman in the first inning. He takes down and away, ball one. I think you want to be very patient. Tyler Gagnon walked 3 in the last inning. Make him throw some strikes here. The strike was fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cats have stranded 6 through the first 2 innings. And the 1-1 fouled back and out of play. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sometimes there are those nights keep trying to keep putting the pressure on, and those big hits will come. Is that fastball well outside? It's 2-2. Two pitch chopper to short. Big high hop for Furgens. Over to first, 1 down. And that'll bring up Caleb Cowan, the left fielder. Cowan, a strikeout victim in the second inning, leading off the inning. And a swing and a miss on a low fastball. 0-1 the count. And the fastball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cats will get the day off tomorrow before going to the Brigade on Thursday. There's a swing and a miss from Cowan. It's 1-2. And back here for the Monarchs on a Friday. Now your 1-2 pitch. Call the strike 3 on the outside corner. Third strikeout for Tyler Gagnon. There's 2 away for Logan Rinkin. He had an opposite field, a single, and a run scored in the second inning. Fastball stays outside, ball 1. And that one down at Rinkin's feet. 2 balls, no strikes. And temperature cooling a little bit down to 87. Certainly our warmest home date thus far. And 3-0. Rinkin takes high and probably in take mode here. Peanut Brazel waits in the on-deck circle. And Gagnon in the dirt, a 4-pitch walk to Logan Rinkin. Sponsored by Great Bend Recreation Commission, and that's 4 walks for Gagnon. And back to the top to Peanut Brazel, who has scored twice. Singled in the first, reached on an error in the second. Rinkin a decent lead at first. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. And from what we have seen, it's a liberal outside corner to right-handed batters. You better be swinging at those pitches. Making maybe an extra step this time. And Brazel pops it up, foul territory right side, and it drifts back into fair territory where Sawyer Tolk will squeeze it in for out number 3. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we head to the 4th. 3-2 Batcats. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball.